Now, I'm going to start with Photoshop and kind of move into applying the mask and then sand carving it. By means, I am no Photoshop expert, but I'm just going to kind of show you some basic tools of how to change your photo, convert it to a halftone image. Okay? So let me show you what I'm going to work on. I have a digital photo. I just printed it out. Can you see that okay on the screens? This is actually Billy on his dirt bike or at his property in Colorado, kind of doing a jump. And we really like this photo because it's a great photo. There's a lot going on in this photo, but we need to make some adjustments. So I use this photo to kind of give you an idea of how to prep your photo, how to correct it, so you can sandblast it onto your glass or whatever you would like to sandblast it on. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our photo and then we're going to turn it into a halftone line screen, just like this. The photo is made up of several dots. And I'm going to show you how to convert that photo right now. So let me just step over to my computer. I'm going to pull up Photoshop, and you can use Corel Paint or you can use Adobe Photoshop. So I have this digital photo, and I have it on my screen. I'm just going to kind of enlarge this so you can see it. Okay? So what I have here, can you guys see that okay? I'm sorry, give me just a second. PC? What do I click? PC? Okay. Okay, so I have my digital photo here. And what we're going to start off is we're just going to do a simple auto correction with the color. So I'm going to go under Image, and I'm going to go under Adjustments, and I'm going to select Curves. And that's going to bring up this box here. I'm just going to select Auto just to do a color correction. Just give me just a moment here. Click Auto, and that just did a slight color correction over my photo. I'm going to hit OK. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look under Image, and I'm going to look at image size. You can see here my resolution of this photo is 72 dpi. We need to have at least 300 dpi when you're doing photos. So you can take your digital photo from your iPad, your camera, and you can scan it in, but we do need to increase that dpi, that resolution, to 300. Right now my photo, the width is 24 inches, but I need to bring that down to size too so it can match my glass plaque here that I'm going to engrave it on. So I'm going to decrease the size, and automatically my resolution is going to increase to over 300 dpi. I'm going to select OK. The next thing we need to do is we need to change this photo into grayscale. So I'm going to go under Image, Mode, and select Grayscale. We're going to discard the color. So now I have my photo in grayscale mode. So I need to make a couple corrections here. If you look, there's a lot of white area and there's a lot of dark area. When we're going to change our photo to a halftone image, the photo will be made up of several dots, but I need to strengthen the dots. By doing that, I'm going to use two tools. One is going to be my burn tool, and one will be my dodge tool. So I'm going to go right over here to my toolbar. I'm going to select my dodge tool, and what that's going to do is it's going to lighten my dark areas. The dark areas are like the tires. Just going to kind of, can you guys see that circle? Just going to kind of cover it and just kind of lighten that. And actually, I'm just going to kind of change here. Oops. Sorry, just give me a moment here. We're just going to kind of lighten this area, and then we're going to go over to another tool called the burn tool. And selecting that will actually darken the white area. So we're just going to kind of scroll over, use the mouse, and kind of use that circle to kind of darken my areas. All the white areas. So what we're doing is we're just darkening that area just so we can strengthen the dots when we convert this to a bitmap. So we have some adjustments here. So the dark areas we're going to lighten, and the really bright areas we're going to kind of darken just a little bit. The next step would be going under Image, selecting Mode, and then changing that to a bitmap. And then what we would do is your input and output would be the same. You want to make sure that matches a halftone screen under Method, and we're going to hit OK. And it's going to be a 45 halftone line screen, and the shape will be ellipse. And I do have these instructions on our website, So if I'm going through this too quickly, you can certainly log on to our website, resist.com, under education, and there's a how-to article, Sandcarving photos. So we're going to hit OK. This changes it to a bitmap. What this does is it selects it. You're going to hit print. You're going to put this on your inkjet printer using inkjet film, and then you can print it, and now you're ready to make a mask. So we have the print. And let me switch my screen here. Okay, so as you can see, this ran through my inkjet printer. Now I have my film positive. What I would do next is I would take my photoresist, my SR3000 photoresist film. I would pull out a sheet and I would make a mask with 3mm self-stick film. And I already have done that. I have my mask right here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to apply the mask to my glass plaque here. And I have low pressure because it's a photo. And with sandblasting photos, you're just looking for a surface etch. And I kind of like to think of this as like a lawnmower pass. You're just doing one pass over the other and nice and slow. Again, I'm just using 150 grit abrasive. I'm blasting at 30 pounds of pressure. And I just about have all this thin membrane or that thin plastic blasted away. Okay, I'm going to do another pass over my photo. And the slower you blast, the quicker you finish. Can you guys see that okay? I'm just going to do one more pass and I'll be done. And you can see the photo has like the tire marks, some text. I can blast that a little bit deeper than the photo. So I'm just going to kind of go over my tire marks, just kind of get a little bit of depth in there, over my text. Okay, we are done. The question is, how do you know how deep you've blasted, or how do you know when to stop? And kind of what I like to do is kind of look at my photo. So I kind of hold it up to the light, and I kind of hold it at an angle so I can see the depth that I have. And I basically do that with any item that I'm blasting. I kind of hold it up to the light, and I try to look at the depth that I have. The photoresist would be raised, and my etch area would be a little bit deeper. I'm going to clap my hands, let the dust collector pick up the dust. We're going to clean this up. Okay, so this is what it looks like after it's been blasted. Just real simple. I'm just going to tear off this mask, clean it up. So, okay. Just took me a few minutes here to blast this. And you can... So this is what I'm seeing in the cabinet as I'm blasting. Okay. All right, so let me step behind the table and I will clean this up. You can actually soak this in water, and in about 2 minutes the photoresist will start to dissolve and lift off the glass. What I'm going to do is kind of peel this off. You can see how easily this peels away. And then I'm going to put some glass cleaner on this, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and use a razor to kind of clean up the excess photoresist here. But again, if you put this in water, it's going to peel up really nice. I'm going to take a clean razor. Can you guys see that okay? Just going to kind of scrape this off. And I like using a brand new razor. Put a little more glass cleaner. We are just about done. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take a clean napkin. Spray a little more cleaner on there. And clean this right up. Now the picture looks like it's starting to appear, but really it's just that it's wet, and once it dries completely, you'll see the photo. Can you guys see that okay? And then now this is a nice little plaque that you can stand up or you can hang. The plaque was about $9. You're looking at about $1.50 in photoresist and your time. Very easy to sandblast photographs. Just took me a few minutes in the sandblaster. It's just taking that photo and converting it to a halftone image. The higher quality of photo that you have, the higher resolution photo you have, the easier the process is, and the end result will be better than having starting with a very low res file. Now, again, you can use this in Corel Paint. You can do this in Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop. This is your end product, beautiful, using SR3000. It's a great film for all types of products. And so if you have any questions, please let us know. You can always reach us at service@resist.com as well. Thank you very much.